Orale. What is going on, everybody? Episode 3 for the roundtable. Okay. Gosh darn it, man. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're back on track. All right. Episode 3 for the roundtable. Let's go ahead and let's do this. I'm a little excited for this one. I am. I think this is going to attract. Well, let's just go ahead and bring the panelists on and then I'll say what I got to say. So let's go ahead and bring in from La Puente / Pomona, PP Towns, right? The trucking queen, Becky Lopez, one Miss B.
I'm already giving myself props over here. How are you?
Good. How about yourself, sister?
Doing good. It's almost the weekend.
It almost is. And we're here almost just to talk about this specific weekend, kind of, you know.
I'm more excited about tomorrow, Friday the 13th.
You know what? I never even thought of that.
Yes. Wow. Oh my God. See, because you're a romantic deep down inside.
God, it never hit me. But you know what? Speaking of Friday the 13th, somebody that likes to freak people out from Two-Face Entertainment, one Mr. Fred Segura.
Hey. Yeah, what's up, guys? Good to see you guys. How you guys doing?
Good. Fred, were you aware that tomorrow is Friday the 13th, Holmes?
Oh yeah, no, definitely, bro, definitely.
Gosh, wow, it completely
fixed on Valentine's Day,
right? Yeah, no, yeah. I was like, oh wow, what a, you know.
I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Thank you, B. Thank you for reminding me that I should lock my doors and windows tomorrow.
Everybody in the chat, saludos.
Jason's on the loose.
Right? Yeah. Jason Voorhees. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Keisha, O'Tunes, Artie Familia. See you guys all in here. Denise. Shout out to everybody in the chats. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, girlfriend? All right. So, look, check this out. When we did the last roundtable, right? I was, or actually, was it earlier this week? Or no, it was last week. I was made aware that the next time we're going to be on the roundtable was going to be Valentine's Day weekend. That's when I hit you guys up, and I'm like, wow, I was made aware, just like I was made aware of Friday the 13th, just right now. So I was like, all right, man. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about all the jackasses that are gonna be over there, trying to figure out what they get to for their ladies. I will say this. Some of the stuff that I'm seeing from like the people that are just selling things like outside on the sidewalk, it has really advanced. It has really, really advanced. It used to be just like flowers and a teddy bear. Now they got like major gifts where it's like, wow, you need to bring a pickup truck. Yeah. You know, that's major stuff, dog. I'm impressed, man. Yeah. But
what about Father's Day though? No, I'm kidding. I'm not getting into that.
So the fourth person, I had somebody locked in. They called me earlier in the week. They canceled. I reached out to somebody else because of of their relationship. And I thought, since we're going to talk about relationships and dating and love and heartbreaks and all that great stuff, oh man, I'm sure all the chicks are just waiting for us to talk about that. Because of his relationship, I was like, you know what? It'd be good to have you on. And he told me, you know what, brother? I am 100% done with YouTube. 100% done with YouTube. Complete. And I'm like, damn. He's all like, I still watch you. I still watch a couple of channels, but I am completely done with YouTube. I'm not going to say who it is, man, because I don't want to put him out there like that. But, and I'm like, okay, I respect it. I respect it, which sucks, man, because I really enjoyed that person's channel. But with that, I was just like, you know what? I'll leave it there. Maybe this subject was just made for the three of us. I'm not gonna try after that. So
this is like Three's Company, but the other way around, right? Like, yeah, I'm saying that.
I was just thinking of Married with Children, everything he's describing right now, like, man.
Right.
So B, how was your weekend, girlfriend? Before we get into it.
My weekend?
Yes.
You know what? It's gonna fall into this whole category. It was horrible. Let me tell you.
Oh.
I ran into my husband's mistress at a bar I went to.
Wow.
Right? And this affair happened obviously a long time ago, but it still bothers me. You know what I mean? Because this girl just talks so much, and it's just a lot. But yeah, and then she every time she sees me, because I've run into her, this is the third time, she runs. Why are you running? Why are you running? You know what I mean? I did a post about it, and I was really bothered at the moment. Now I'm over it. It's kind of funny to be 6 inches from somebody's face laughing at them, and they don't even try to defend themselves. So it wasn't the best. I'm gonna admit that it was not the best. I'm over it now, but I was really heated on Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay. Starting off strong. Good. Came up with
one. You know, about me, guys, there's always a novela going on. And I don't even go looking for it. I bet you if I was the dramatic kind of person, there'd be nothing to be dramatic about. I swear. Yeah.
Which is why you're on the round table, B, which is why you're on the round table. Fred.
Yes, sir.
Fred, top that, Holmes. How was your weekend?
Oh man, I can't top that, brother. I can't top that. No, I've had a busy week. I'll put it that way. I have had a very busy week. I had to take care of a lot of things. I had appointments to take care of. My compadre's appointment. Oh, I have a birthday shout out for my compadre, which was yesterday. So yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, completely skipped my mind. But anyhow, I took him to his appointment yesterday. I had an appointment myself. And yeah, I've been busy. Also too. The unfortunate. I attended a service on. I believe it was it Wednesday? I believe. Yeah, Wednesday. I think I attended a service. And my condolences go out to the Ortiz family for Ruben Rodriguez Ortiz Sr. that passed. And one of the things that I've always and not only this on a light note with that situation, he's a 75-year-old man, but every time he saw me, he would come up to me, he'd be like, "Hey man, you still rap?" And I'd be like, I either tell him yes or no, and he'd be like, "Oh, me too." He goes, "But only at Christmas." It was the same thing all the time. It's just one of those enjoyable things, which is kind of ironic because I ran into him maybe about 3 weeks ago, or maybe more now, like a few weeks before he passed. But yeah, I mean that's on a light note. That's on a light note that he was a very happy and joyful man. That's it. So I wanted to end it on that.
And you know what? My apologies, Fred. I was in a rush. You gave me a picture to upload, brother, and I did not upload, man. My apologies, brother. But you wanted to give deep condolences to this person because it meant a lot to you.
Yes, yes. Well, you know what? I'll put it to you this way, and he was known by a lot of people. And thank you for that, Cholo. I really appreciate that, and I understand life gets in the way. We're busy, we're trying to get stuff together, and it's one thing to be on here, but it's another thing, trying to get it in together. Sometimes it's chaos, behind the scenes before we come into the life. So that's, I understand that part. But still, nonetheless, we still send our condolences to the Ortiz family. And I just wanted to say because, uh, and kind of based on this topic that we're talking about today, it's one thing to be, what? I'll put it to you this way. And he lost his wife years ago, you know,
Mhm.
so he was, running around single and stuff. But he was just a joyful man. He was happy, he was happy and stuff. And that's the key to everything to me. It's like, hey, bro, be happy. Why do you got to be mad at it? We're here
Yeah.
today, gone tomorrow. So be happy, So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's really it. That's really it in a nutshell, man. So, yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 My weekend, pretty much Saturday. Didn't do too much, just things around the house. Just basically just waited for the Super Bowl, really.
Mm.
The game was gosh awful, son of a gun. Although I am glad the Seahawks won. I'm glad the Seahawks won. It
Mhm.
was a terrible game. Um, I have not had a drink in, I don't know, like 2 months. So I had myself a few drinks to enjoy the game, and I don't know, man. The liquor tasted as bad as the damn game looked. But outside of that, that was pretty much it. It was just me, my son and I. We do a football YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and that's all there really was. Just like, okay, we're gonna end it, and I was waiting for it, and it was just terrible. But the commercials weren't all that good.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't get a chance to hear the halftime show. I only got a chance to see
Mm,
it because I was outside. So I got a chance to see it. It looked cool, but I don't really know his music like that. So I still
Um,
stand I still stand on what I said a few years ago. Look, I don't know any Rihanna songs. Okay. I don't. I couldn't name you a Rihanna song. I don't think I've ever listened to a Rihanna song. But her halftime show that she did like 4 years ago in
it was good.
Arizona, Toaster, that sucker was good. It
Yeah.
didn't
yeah.
get me to listen to any Rihanna, but it was good. That halftime show was good. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, right.
Taking it for Super Bowl Sunday as well. Yeah, man, it was a bunch of field goals, right? For the first like
Mm,
three quarters. It was like, but you know what the highlight of that is? My girl was out doing stuff. She showed up kind of late to the Super Bowl thing, and it was just me, you know.
mm.
But and I'll say it, shout out to her special. She brought me dinner, man. It was just like, oh wow, But we sat down and had dinner and watched the fourth quarter, and that was. And she's all, man, this game looks boring. Like, yeah, it's been that way all the way through. It's been that way all the way through, man. It's like
That
the
that it,
highlight was the halftime show, and I'll leave it at that. There's a lot of controversy with that, but we won't get into all that right today.
that is so sweet. What did she bring you, Hums, to eat?
What? Okay. Well, you know what? No, I'll tell you. We got Panda. We got Panda. So
Panda.
it was like, hey, you
And
know what?
okay.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate everything. I mean, what can you tell? No, not for. I'm just saying. No, no, you know what, man? It's just uh um I'm truly on the whole gratitude thing. You appreciate what somebody gives you. You don't ask, hey, where did you get this from? Or hey, how'd you do that? No, somebody gives you something, you take it. You truly appreciate it, and you take that. If that's if it's a gift towards you, or for you, I should say. So yeah, man, and you know what? And I'll put it to you this way: as a man, it's been rare for me to have that. So uh, yeah, that's special, man. She's special, So I'll say that.
From from your mouth to Marge Simpson's ears. I remember Homer Simpson Homer Simpson gave Marge a bowling ball for her birthday, and she was so unappreciative.
Oh,
That
dude.
freaking broad, man, did not appreciate the bowling ball that Homer Simpson really wanted for him. He wanted it for himself, but he
Yeah.
thought about her to give to her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Gosh, man. So you're right. People should be more appreciative of anything they get, man.
Yeah,
So
you have to, man. You got to be, you know.
good episode, man. She it looked like she was gonna step out on Homer on that one. She actually went to go get some lessons from some bowler that was really trying to make some movidas on her, and she it looked like she was kind of opening up to that dude, man. But I mean, who's a better guy than Homer? You know what I mean?
Right?
All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into some of the juicy stuff that people are tapping in for. So
Mhm.
we got Valentine's Day coming up this Saturday. Oh, and by the way, just before we do, next year, for all my fellas out there, for all my guy dude bros, for all my vatos locos forever, next year, Valentine's Day lands on the Super Bowl.
Oh,
What are you going to
oh,
what are you going to be doing, fellas?
right? It's like, oh, I thought we were gonna go out. Yeah, after, we'll be singing a different tune next year, right? For this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you
So
know what? If the game is just as bad as it was this year, bro, I don't think we'll miss out on anything. Hey, you know what? And tomorrow was it 1996? Tomorrow, February 13th. Um, tomorrow it'll be what? Since Tupac released his album, The All Eyes on Me album. Tomorrow, man, it's February 13th when he released that album in 1996, bro. But who
leave
cares?
leave it to Fred, man, the hip hop historian. That's right, Fred. That's what I'm talking about,
You
dog.
know what? And I still have the flyer to that from the warehouse record. I should have got it's right over here. I can see it from right here, but I won't. But yeah, definitely tomorrow will be that. Will be the day. I walked into the store and bought the CDs and the tapes. Anyways, we'll go.
Fred Segura, Two Face Entertainment, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Good stuff, Fred. Good stuff. All right. So
Yes,
let's
yes.
go ahead and let's get into all the juicy stuff. We'll see if we open up the phone lines as well. All right. So let's go ahead and let's talk about relationships and heartbreaks and Valentine's Day and all that stuff. For one, I'll start with you on this one, B. Okay. How much does Valentine's mean to you? And not just now, did it ever mean more or less to you than it does now?
Okay. So to answer that question, um, it used to mean a lot to me.
Okay.
In a romantic relationship kind of way. But yeah, the man I was married to is colder than ice, so he killed that with the point of never to return any kind of feeling to my body. So now you know how in Spanish Valentine's Day is known as Dia del Amor y la Amistad. That's more of what I celebrate instead of, like I said, a romantic kind of holiday. So with my kids, though, I have two daughters. One is 13, one is 7. Um, Me and the father go all out. We do a scavenger hunt for them every year, and just around the house, inside the house, we give them each a list. The older one's obviously old enough to read it by herself. The little one gets help from her dad, and they go around the whole house looking for their stuff. Cause yeah, to me, it's a big deal to me, still, just not romantically. So yeah, that's what it is to me.
Okay. Okay. I see you, Broncos. Do that. We're gonna get into it deeper, homie. Don't worry. We're just warming up here. Okay, Fred. How important is Valentine's Day to you? And was it ever important to you? Did it mean less to you before than it does now, or vice versa?
I'll put it to you this way, man. I think when women wear those cision stilettos, it's just made to walk all over our hearts. No, not for I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
Now we're talking. Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred. No, give it to us, Fred. Tell us how you do, Fred. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
you know what, man? You know what? It's to me, it just means a lot. But at the same time, look, and I'm gonna sound probably cliche about this. You could tell somebody you appreciate them every day or any day, I should say. And
Mm,
I think that's an important thing because it's to me, and I don't mean to be like a buzzkill, if you will, but we should be thankful every day we're above ground. Every day we're whatever we're doing, we're gonna sit down to eat. We should be grateful for stuff. Valentine's Day, okay, it's the day of romance or however you want to take it. But I think that if I mean if there's drama the day before and then drama the day after, and that's the only day you have peace, it means nothing, man. I think it's just it should be at least strive for it all the time, bro. At least strive for that real happiness all the time, and really show that person that you truly appreciate them, bro. That's it. Not just on Valentine's, of course. You
okay,
yeah.
so
That's it.
Valentine's Day, Fred, is
Mhm.
it important to you? Was it ever important to you?
It was at one point, and then it wasn't. But it is again. I'll put it to you that way. It is again. It is
Okay,
once
it
again.
is again. So it is important to you. So it was important, then it went down, and now it's back to being
Yes, sir.
important. Okay,
Exactly.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Here we
What
go.
what an answer, Frederick. What an answer. What an answer, my man. Listen, Valentine's Day to me is a huge crock, man. Always has been. Always has been. Okay. Always has been. Hang on, hot cocoa right there. I don't know if I put a shot of Jack Daniels tonight or not. Maybe that's for tomorrow. Friday the 13th. We'll see.
Friday the 13th.
It always, always has been. I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. That is one of my big things right there. There is no Valentine's Day with me. Okay.
Mhm.
Not gonna happen. I don't care for it. It's a load of crock. It is, in my opinion, it is made for the fellas. It is made for the men. The pressure is on the dudes, not really on the ladies much.
Mhm.
And one thing when it comes to me, straight out, Valentine's Day is meaningless. Like you said, Fred, like you said, okay, like you said,
Yeah.
you can do so many other things outside of that day,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I see this. Look, me myself personally, okay. You don't bring your woman flowers when she's expecting it, right? If all you're doing is things like that on Valentine's Day, on her birthday, on anniversaries, on whatever the heck, right?
Mhm.
Those days to me, I'm like, okay, I, I'm not even really down with any of that stuff. To be real, I'm not even that really big on birthdays. And by the way, to all the birthday shout outs, uh, you guys got to look at the community post that B will be setting and put your
Mhm.
birthday shout outs out there. I'm not that big on that stuff. To me, it's special when it's unexpected, right?
Yeah.
When she doesn't expect it and you come home with flowers and a box of chocolates or something. Why? No reason. Just
Yeah.
because you just did it. That is the extravagant. I saw this thing on IG today and I almost left a message. I actually typed the message and I deleted. I
Oh,
didn't send
no.
it. I
Yeah.
didn't send it. I didn't send it. I deleted it before I sent it. And it was one of these motivational chick speakers that was saying something along the line that, oh, Valentine's Day, that's how you test them. That's how you test him, whatever he does on Valentine's Day. Because if he forgets or doesn't perform on that day, which is supposed to be the day where the bar is at the ground, the
Mhm.
bar's not even up there, then you're not gonna expect then that shows you an indicator of what to expect later in life. I'm like, wait a second, hold on. The bar is not on the ground. First of all, she's a straight mentirosa, dog. That's a freaking the bar is not on the ground that day. You know, I mean, that's one thing. And second of all, then this holiday's a complete crock, man. Look, anybody who celebrates it, a toda madre, God bless you. I'm not telling you not to celebrate it. I'm not telling anybody not to. I'm telling everybody I don't and I won't celebrate it. Okay. There's so many people talking about like, oh, you know what? The night before we're gonna go out, which is Friday the 13th. Oh, well, why? Why won't you go out that day? There's a lot of hassle. It gets packed. Everything. Oh, well, wait a second. I thought the bar was on the ground. I thought it was for fun to show your love for one another. No, when you guys do that, just for no reason, like, hey, babe, do we have anything going on this weekend? No little birthday parties or anything. You know what? Get yourself dolled up. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go out. It's just you and I. Why? Just because. That's why.
Yeah.
Because I love you. You love me. We're one big happy family. What is that? Freaking
Barney.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that the Valentine's Day thing to me is a load of crock. I don't, and I won't. Do not expect it.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, though. But see, that's what I'm saying, though. That's my main point. See, enable for it to even mean anything, it should be at peace and really working towards that relationship the whole year round.
Yeah.
You know, not just on that day. Then it's even more meaningless if that's how it is. You know.
When you guys are trying to go out and eat, do you end up fighting? Because you don't know where to go eat?
Oh, what?
Or is that just me?
Go for it, Fred.
You know what?
Let's talk.
Okay. You know what? Okay, here's one thing. I've had this situation happen to where it's like, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, B, we're on a date. It's your day. I said, B, where would you like to go eat? And then you tell me, I don't know. It's like, God, man. Like, it's your day. You pick whatever. I don't care if it's a bougie place. I don't care if it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't care if it's In-N-Out Burger. It's your day,
Wow.
But 9 times out of 10, the situations I've been in is, well, I don't care. I don't care. And it's usually sometimes it's left up to the man, But then I think as a man too, though, if it's the female's day, we want it to be her choice, and then we'll go. I mean, it probably doesn't work for everybody because Cholo doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day. As you can tell, I'm not a picky eater. But anyhow, I mean, that's just I digress. But no, I think it's important for the woman to be able to say, yeah, you know what, this is what I want, or you know what, just surprise me. But then again, see the way women think, and I'm just saying, it's just gonna be like, well, man, I thought he was gonna pick something a lot better than this. No, this is why I gave you a choice, and it's like, I took you to the buffet place.
Exactly. Look at Brown Culture just said, as a man, he should already know what she likes. Okay, in my situation, I'm working it out with my husband. We're not divorced, but we're not together. Okay, we've been together 24 years. 24. Okay.
Yeah.
Every weekend, not just Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day we absolutely do not do anything. It's like, let's go eat. Okay, so we get in the car, and then he says, "What do you want to eat?" I'm gonna just pick a place. I cook all freaking week. Pick a place. So then he's like, "You pick a place." I'm gonna just pick a place, And then he starts throwing out there that I'm picky. I'm not picky. I just try to stay away from red meat because my cholesterol's high. So it's like, take me anywhere. But at this point on the weekend, it's like I can go for a cheeseburger or a burrito. I don't like tacos. That's it. Just tacos are completely the list. I will not eat a taco. I will eat a burrito, but I will not eat a taco, you know? And
Mm.
we end up fighting. We end up fighting. We're in a pissed
Yeah,
off
no.
mood. We end up going back home because it's like he don't want to tell me, and I'm just like pick a place, and it pisses me off because just like Brown Culture said, after 24 years, you should already know. Take me
Yes.
to freaking McDonald's, buy me chicken nuggets. I'm happy.
Yeah, that is a difference though. That is a difference. You know, hold on, before you go in, because I know
Go for
Cholo's
it,
going to
go
go
for it,
into some.
go for it, go for it.
One of the sweetest things that's happened as of recently, you know, I said, "Hey, you want to go get something to eat? Yeah, what do you want? Okay, cool. We go." She can say whatever, and we go. We get it. That's it. It's simple. It doesn't have to be all, you know. It's just, you know, whatever. If you want chicken nuggets, right? We get chicken nuggets. That's cool. You know, that's it. But it's sometimes, yeah, no. But you know, going back to after so many years, you should already know. Like, if I'm with somebody for 24 years and I know they don't eat red meat, I'm not gonna pull up to the steakhouse. You know, Cholo and I pulled up to the steakhouse before, right? We was like, yeah, yeah. But I'm saying, you know, it just, yeah, no, that in that sense, you're right, Becky. In that sense, you're right. I'm talking in new relationships. Sometimes that happens a lot. Although, too, as much as a man should already know what she likes, and a lot of people, a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people believe that a man should take leadership, which is, I understand that part.
Mm.
But then a
Okay.
woman could also stand her ground and say, you know what, I want to eat this. Okay, fine. You know, if a guy starts thinking, man, it's gonna be a lot of money, but hey, I put it out there. You know, I put it out there. You know what I mean? So that's where it goes. You know, that's what I got to say about it. Well, go ahead, Solo. I know it's coming. Go for it.
First
And
of all,
no tip. No tip.
yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Okay, let's. First of all, I want to address somebody that left a comment saying that I don't celebrate any holidays. No, I celebrate holidays. I celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, even birthdays. I just don't do as adult. As an adult, I'm not gonna be giving adults, especially men, gifts. I mean, that's the only thing to me. Like birthdays is for kids.
Mm.
I raised my sons. That's it. You know, now they're in their 20s. Now their birthday, my oldest son's birthday just passed. We just went out to go have breakfast. That's it. Hey, happy birthday. You're 25, Holmes. You're a man. Dog. What the heck you want me to do for you? You
Yeah.
would go do for your damn self. That's it. You know, but outside of that, but Valentine's Day, no, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Okay, so all right. I like this one. Okay, so when it comes to going out to eat, all right, look. The man should be leading the way. Okay.
Mhm.
I've said that for many years. Okay. He is the head of the household. What happens in the house is his responsibility. If a man loses control, he loses control, right? It happens to a lot of guys.
Mhm.
So he should be leading the way. However, there are certain moments where it's like, okay, you know what? We're gonna go eat here. And then the woman says, oh, you know what? Anywhere but there.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. You said we'll go eat anywhere. Okay. Anywhere but there. Okay. All right. So then let's go eat over here. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really in the mood for that. Okay. So what is with the whole pick anywhere then?
Yeah.
What's the whole pick anywhere? And B, I'm not getting into your marital affairs or anything like that, but after 24 years, B, after 24 years of going through that, have you guys not learned where it's like, okay, that doesn't work out. Let's not ask each other. I'll just go get some takeout or something.
Well, that's what I mean. Like we don't go eat to restaurants because my kids are real annoying. The little one is horrible. Like she gets on my nerves all the time. So what I mean by go eat is like go drive to like hamburger place. There we will eat because it's real loud and annoying, you know. So I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm bothering other people, and my kids just don't be quiet and they're bickering because they are so annoying. But it's like something as simple as like the taconazos. They have the drive-through, maybe KFC, something simple like that. Because we don't do like Denny's is even kind of like, ooh, like I don't want to annoy the people with my kids, so we don't do restaurants. It's just something simple. Go get something to eat and come home. And that's always like just 2 weeks ago we got into it over that. 2 Fridays ago. I specifically, okay, like you guys know Tito's in Almani, right? The sandwich place. I don't know if you guys like Jersey Mike's, but ever since Jersey Mike's popped up 15 years ago, I don't like Tito's anymore. Their ham is too thick. I will not eat there anymore. Okay. We were in Almani because that's where he works. So he's like, let's go get lunch. Let's go get this and that. Because we were taking my kid to do her braces. And after braces, you know how your mouth's sore. We wanted to have her eat before so she'll be good after. If last time we went to Tito's, I specifically told him, I don't like this place anymore. Don't bring me here no more. I don't want to eat here no more. How can you forget such detail when they're telling you to your face, I don't like this place no more? So guess where we ended up going 2 Fridays ago? To Tito's. It's like, if I told you I didn't want to go here, like last time I didn't like it anymore, why are you insisting to come eat here? See, and then with me, it goes a little bit deeper because, like I said, he's a cheater. My ex, he's a serial cheater. Okay, how is it that he can wine and dine all these other girls and take them out, but he can't sit here and think, okay, I know this broad for 24 years. She'll be happy with a freaking burrito from Tacos Jalisco. That's what we have right here. It's like, why does it have to be an issue if you know me well? You know?
You know, Becky.
Hey, real quick. Bronco Artura, I don't want my mom buying me a birthday gift, Holmes. It's not about saving money. He's a grown, he's a grown, my son is a grown man. So how old is it for your parent to stop buying you a gift? I don't expect a birthday gift from my mom. Will she call me, say happy birthday? Yes. Thank you, Ma. I'll do the same for him. But he's a grown man. So it's not about saving money, dog. But all right, anyway, all right, Fred, you're about to say something. I'm loading up over here, girl.
I see the charge.
You were saying like how come you could take everybody else out and for whatever your reasons are. But I mean, and I'm just stating, maybe he forgot who's the one that told them they didn't like that place, and maybe they're like, "Oh man, okay, cool."
Easy.
You know what? It wouldn't even surprise me, honestly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
Okay, look, shout out to my boy Johnny. Shout out to my boy Johnny. Okay, okay, all right. B. Okay, so I understand what you're saying, B. I understand what you're saying. Okay, let's switch. I'm not completely pivoting here. Okay, we'll stick to the whole dinner thing and stuff like that. But dating, what's a good date in your guys' opinion? What is a good date? Taking somebody where is acceptable as a good first date? Fred, I'll start with you on this one, dog.
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is because this is on my plate. No pun intended. To me, a perfect date, not so much as always the area, or the place that we're going to. It's the quality of time with that one individual, that one-on-one with that person. I mean, you could have a really good time to connect with somebody over a fish fillet, man. I mean, let's be real. But if you really take the time and you can, sometimes it's not in the budget, whatever the case is, but the communication with that person, I think, is key. Other than to be like, hey, you know what? I'm bringing you out tonight to this nice place, but it's not going to be like this all the time. That kind of just falls flat to me, dude. I think to me it's the importance of being with that person. I want to have a good time with the person. See, I want to be the one to say I gave you a great time, not because I brought you here, because I'm choosing to conversate with you. I'm choosing to make you laugh. I'm trying to do things right. the other stuff is this is about this person and myself, not about everything else around us. That's how I'm seeing it. That's what it would be to me. Now if she wants to go to like to have a nice seafood dinner by the beach and stuff. There's a McDonald's here right on the coast. Well, not for I'm kidding. Anyways, I'm just, anyways, yeah, I'm just saying that. Hey, 2 fish fillets, please. Yeah, thank you. All right, cool. But no, anyways, no, but no, seriously, man. I think it's cool, bro. I think it's cool.
I agree. Yeah.
That's
I agree. Okay.
I do. I agree.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. It's heartwarming. It's so heartwarming. Listen, Fred.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where do you so you're saying is to connect with the person. I'm not saying it's not, dog. That's not okay. Yes, you want to connect with the person. Okay, where would you take them to connect with that person, Fred? Are you just gonna say, "Hey, just come sit in my car and we'll just connect"? It's a first date, Fred. You gonna take it? Okay.
Yeah, and let me get 2 doubles, please. Hey, you want ice cream or do you want the? No, not for us. No, just one fry, please. We're gonna share the fries, right? Don't trip. Anyway, no, not for no. You know what? No, but again, yeah. I mean, there's different places. I mean, there's some nice spots, man. But it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for, man? You know what? Which just gave me an idea, but I'm not gonna say it out loud because I'll be exposing where I'll be at on Saturday. But anyways, but yeah, man, I just really think it's more about the connection. Look.
I'm not okay, Fred. Okay, hang on, Fred. I'm not saying it's not. Where would you take for a first date to have the connection? That's what I'm asking.
You know what? I think. Well, for us out here on the West Coast, it's always the thing to eat by the ocean. Somewhere by the ocean off the coast.
Okay.
And because we're spoiled that way out here too, that's always a plus, man. That I'll say it like that. That's one of the things,
Okay.
But I mean, that's just speaking too, though. Again, if there's no connection with myself and the other person, then the rest of the surroundings means nothing, bro.
I'm
yeah. I know. I keep going back to that. I know.
I'm with you, Fred. I'm with you. Okay, you gave a location. Okay, the ocean, the sea. Okay, a little Scott Peterson action from you. I give what you want. Okay, all right.
Okay. Actually, that's a lake. It's a man-made pond, but it's cool. Don't trip. It'll be all right.
Okay, all right. B first date. Okay, first date.
Okay, when I kept saying I agree with Fred, okay?
Right, yes. As I'm sure we all do. Yes, that's the important thing for us to connect. Yes. Okay, where would you want to be taken for that?
Where I got taken, my first real date that counted was Northwoods Inn. The nice steak place. Yeah. I had never been there before because I was brought up straight Mexican. Like my mom cooked 24/7. We never even went out for birthdays. Like that was not an option, right? So then I get with this guy and he's like trying to woo me. This was like, of course, 24 years ago when he liked me. So he took me there and it was like the most amazing thing in the world. Like I had just seen that place from the outside with fake snow. I was like, oh my goodness. See, but I will add, like Fred said, the chemistry obviously has to be there. And I honestly think that today it's so much harder to have a nice first date because everybody's stuck on their phones with social media and it kills the moment. I'm going to say that. I am going to say that. And I wouldn't like to go by the water either. I don't like the beach. I don't like the water. I'm always cold, so keep me away from over there. I'm good right here where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, you see, Fred, she's not a big fan of Scott Peterson the way you are, Fred.
Heck no.
Okay. Fishing on Christmas. No, not for fishing on
Christmas. Okay. All right. So let me ask you guys this. I'll start with you on this one. B. Is the movies a good first date for you?
No.
Okay.
I get bored really easy, and then I'll probably end up asleep.
Okay. Okay.
I need
Fred.
something to be able to, like, talk and look and admire and connect, not be all quiet. Like, I don't know, if it's like a first date, and then especially obviously if it's somebody new, I
Mm,
think the first date with somebody new should be something to interact with nonstop. You know what I mean?
okay.
If it's a friend and you're like trying to take it to the next level, and then you decide to go on that first date, but you already know them, then I
Mm.
guess the movies will be okay. But for me personally, now I'll fall asleep.
Is somebody getting slaughtered at one of your guys' pads? There seems to be like somebody screaming every so often in the
I
background.
hear it too, but it's not here. I know that.
Screaming?
Or like some noise. I don't know, Fred. With your background, I beg to differ. It might be your pad.
No, there's nothing here. I can tell you that because I heard it too. I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Like, but it's not here.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. All right. All right.
But
Maybe I really am celebrating Friday the 13th. I'm just trying to.
no, I heard it too though. That's why I was kind of tripping out. Like, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like scraping or something. Every so
Yes.
often. All right, Fred. Is the movies a good first date?
Okay. You know what, B? If I might break up with my relationship after the show, I'm gonna blame it on you. My first date was at the movies.
Ooh. Okay. Wait. Okay. Just to make it clear. Okay. You didn't meet her at the movies. You guys
No,
went there on a date.
we went to the movies. Yeah.
La Llorona.
Ooh.
Right. No,
Okay.
you know what? I'll put it to you this way. To me, here's one thing though, too, though. I think, but then again, this probably just works for myself because it also explains what what she's or what he or she's into. If they like those kind of movies and stuff.
Mm.
You know, it's kind of an icebreaker in a sense. It's kind of like where you're not trying to go too much. It's like you go out, have a good time, discuss the movie afterwards, and so on and so forth. That's kind of an icebreaker to me. And then you go on a regular date.
Mm.
That's how it is for me, anyways.
I
But if she
I
fell asleep, I'd be like, well, like, yeah, you should have seen the ending. It was wild. Not for
okay. I would say the reason why I bring that up is just looking at a couple of things today, knowing that we were going to talk about this. I was like, okay, let's see what are people talking about, and they were asking the question. A lot of people were saying like, hey, the movies is a good first date. It's a good first date. I would say no. Actually, it's not a good first date. Why? Because you don't know each other. You're just sitting next to each other quiet. You want to interact. You want to talk. Now, after the movie, if you guys are going to hang out, it's a conversation starter to talk about the movie. But I would leave that for something after the first date. I would not make the movies the first date. You don't want to just sit next to somebody that you've never met. Maybe you've talked to them through social media, maybe even some phone calls, but this is the first time that you guys are going out together. I don't recommend sitting next to each other quiet for 2 hours, even if you guys are going to hang out after the movie. Make that the second or third date because, yeah, like you said, Fred, if you guys hang out after the movie, that's something for you guys to talk about. You guys can talk about the movie and things of that nature. Okay, so Fred said, take her to the ocean, take her to the water, and if she doesn't come back, she doesn't come back. Becky said, keep her away from the ocean, and yeah, she went to what was it, Northwoods or
Northwoods Inn? Yeah.
Yeah, Northwoods Inn. Okay, and I think we all agree that it's about connecting with the person. It's so sweet. It's
no,
so,
but
God.
see, I think if there's no connection, though, no, I'm kidding.
I get it. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Listen, everybody, listen to me. Let lover cholo come your way, huh?
Uh-oh.
Let me recline back a little on this one. I would actually stay away from dinners. I would stay away from the movie theater. I would stay away from all that stuff. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even go out at
Netflix and chill.
in
No,
the evening. No,
Mm.
I wouldn't go out at night. I wouldn't go out at night. I would actually do a day date.
Mm.
Do a day date. You guys can go get a little hot cocoa and pastry. You guys can go for a walk in the park, get a paleta or something,
Mhm.
and see how you guys connect there. The whole night and evening thing, um, you guys got to remember every dude that she's been out with has done that.
Mm.
So I would make it a day date. Hey,
Something different. Yeah, you're
meet
right. I agree with you.
meet me during the day. Meet me during the day. Heck, even in the morning. Hey, we'll go out. Sunday morning or something. We'll go get some coffee. I don't drink coffee. I do cocoa. We'll get a pastry. We'll have that, and then we'll go walk around or something. We can meet at the park. We'll walk around, get some paletas, get some ice cream, sit at the bleachers, sit on the swings or something, and we'll just talk and see how we connect. You got that, Fred? See how I brought all around, Fred?
Yeah. See, I would rather go get some conchas. Anyways.
But that's what I would do for a first date, as opposed to let's go out for dinner, let's go out for drinks. First of all, stop going out for drinks on the first date, man. Like that's
Yeah.
I don't
That's
recommend that. That's what I would say. It's a little bit more suitable.
Yeah.
Uh, as opposed to going out to dinner and making it expensive and heck, I'm not gonna tip, but um that's what I would say. Guys, let me go ahead and ask you guys this, okay? Is it is it okay to be friends with your ex?
mm.
Is it okay to be friends with your ex? Fred, I will start with you.
And I'll be very frank and short about it. It's a definite no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it, man. There's a reason why they're your ex, bro. Hey, done. It's done. I think it's yeah. That's all I'll say. Done. Yeah, that's it. Done. I don't care if there's kids involved or nothing like that. Or whatever. If they say, well, no, it was a clean break, and they say, okay, you know what, whatever. It should be over and done. That's it. You know that's just how I see it.
You know what? More money? Heck yeah, dog. A
That,
Dodger
that's
game? I'm down,
yeah,
Holmes.
that's the homie right there. Shout out to him, man.
If
Yeah.
she's a Dodger fan, oh gosh, it's on. It's on. It's on. That's a score. Cha-ching. Okay.
Shout out to the homie there.
Uh
To
Becky,
me, it's
this
definitely no, bro.
I'm getting some feedback from one of you guys' side. I'm not really sure from whom, but
I can hear it, bro.
yeah, let me see. All right. Becky, maybe there's a little bit more complex for you. Is it okay to be friends with your ex?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
I am. Like I'm real good friends with Cupcake. He's my ex.
Shouts to Johnny. I like Johnny. I
I
like
love
Johnny.
him. We know each other since we were 15 years old. Like it's kind of
Mm,
impossible to not be his friend. Just because he's a shitty spouse doesn't mean he's a shitty person, you know? So
okay.
I enjoy him. Like all of my best moments have been lived with him. So it's like, why would I not be his friend still?
Well, I don't mean to make it super personal for you, but just in general. How about that? I mean, I like Johnny. Johnny's my boy, man. But just in general, be like, would you recommend being friends with your ex? And not just that, not just that, but let me throw this at you, okay?
Oh man, I didn't see that.
Let's say you become a completely single woman and you're out there dating, right? And you come across a guy that you like him and everything, and you want to start some sort of relationship or dating him, but you find out that he's really good friends with his ex. Would that bother you to a certain degree?
You know what? It happened. It did happen.
Okay.
And
Okay. Okay.
you know, I'm not the jealous type, so it wasn't jealousy. It was just kind of like to a certain extent. After that, it's a little bit more than just a friend still. You know what I mean? So I think as long as you would keep it respectful and there's boundaries that they know, then I don't see a problem with it. I don't know. That's just me.
Okay.
I love to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, you know? And I mean, like you just said, you're out with the guy, he's good friends with his ex. Um, just make sure that there's the boundary. They know I'm with you, and don't be doing, whoever's gonna want to take it to the next level is gonna do whatever they're gonna do, regardless of if you're hounding them down and watching them and on them. So it has to be like that trust too. So it is a hard one though. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's like, hell no.
So,
So I don't know.
due to what you're saying, at a point in time, I felt, yeah, like I keep hearing a backup noise. Like, sounds like there's a
Okay. Yeah.
creature or
Yeah.
something in the pipe.
Okay. Okay. Hey, B, that's your background.
My
You're
background.
yeah, it is. It's your background. I just I muted it, and I muted Fred at first. At first, just because I was mad because he had nothing good to say. But no, his background is
It's
fine.
mine.
Yeah, yeah. If you could log out and then log back in, sister.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, because it comes out really, really bad.
Yeah.
And
No,
we'll go ahead and we'll talk about you behind your back while you're not here.
no, man.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So I definitely want to give my answer, Doug. But all right, Fred. But I wanna elaborate at least on what she said. Did
Mhm.
she give you anything for you to say like, hmm? And by the way, Fred, I'm not. Everybody takes it so personal. Everyone takes it
Yeah,
so personal. Like, ooh,
yeah,
well, this happened to me, right? Just in general,
and
Fred,
yeah, yeah.
for you,
No,
Fred, outside, just in general, Fred, would you recommend, being friends with your ex?
no. You know what? At one point in time, I didn't see anything wrong, but or I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it. It's just not something I would bring into that relationship, bro. For those reasons. I mean, it'd be kind of like I've seen people that are, and I'm speaking in general, and I've seen them that they've gone on to different relationships. They have a child or whatever, the child's big, whatever, and then they've gone on to the relationships, and then they both show up to the party with the couples. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
odd, bro. Just to be all cool, like, nah, bro. I just can't see that. I can't see that. Like, and maybe at one point in time, I felt like, oh yeah, it's cool, but no, it's not, bro. It's not. There's a reason why these people are exes, in my opinion, anyways. And I'm speaking in general. You
Okay.
know.
Okay.
So if it's a clean break or whatever the case is, it's just yeah. I just don't see it, bro. I really don't see it. I'm gonna stand on
Okay. Okay. Um, Let me give my thoughts.
that. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so listen, I used to do a lot of Zoom calls. I stopped doing them just because it started getting too much, man. I used to do Zoom calls with youngsters. That was pretty cool. And then at one point in my life, I was started getting contacted by a lot of dudes, man, a lot of men that wanted to talk about their relationships that they were having or their relationship that they were having, right?
Mhm.
And I found out, man, I found out how many unhappy men there are that are married that don't want to break up the relationship. They don't want to break up their family. I even talked to dudes that were in their 60s that had grandkids, but it's like, I don't, they've been married for 30 plus years,
Yes.
but they don't want to break up the family. Yes, their kids are adults, but they don't want to break up the family where it's like, okay, now where do we celebrate Christmas? Now we got to go here and there. And now they got grandkids. All grandkids are going with grandma. And, but I came across a lot of, and it was really eye opening to me. It was
Mhm.
really eye opening to me. I'm going to get to my thoughts on that in a second. This is coming full circle. It was really eye opening to me that just how many men um, are unhappy and they will probably go the rest of their lives just, you know, not not feeling happy in their relationship. And I remember there was a few that told me they always cringe when they're together and somebody asked them, hey, what's the secret, right? Because they would say, hey, how long you been married? Oh, 35, 36 years. And everyone's like, oh, what's the secret? Inside they would cringe like, oh man,
Mhm.
good, right? And then the wife would tell them, oh, the secret is whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the man inside would feel broken, like the secret is basically just don't be happy and just never get divorced. I remember one guy told me that he said, you know what the secret is, Cholo? I'm like, what's up, man? And he's all like, if people are just looking for longevity, the secret is don't get divorced.
Mm.
That's really just a secret. Doesn't mean that they're happy. And see, the more I see a lot of my homies and everything that are in relationships, right?
Mm.
There's only one real couple that I can look at and say, like, they love each other. They are actually in love with each other and they've been together for years. So many other couples, I'm like, man, it's because she got pregnant, you know,
Mm.
and they're not going to break up the family. And, maybe one day, once the youngest kid is an adult and is doing their thing, maybe they'll probably go their separate ways. But
Mm.
I say that to say this. Okay. Should you be friend or can you be friends with your ex or whatever it may be? Okay. Look, I say a big no.
Thank
Okay. I'm not saying you cannot get along. I'm not saying you shouldn't be cordial. Everybody do what you want to do. Okay. This is me speaking. Be cordial. Even if you got look, if especially if you got kids, of course. If the relationship's not working out and you got kids, of course, get along with each other the best that you can.
you.
As
Mhm.
far as being friends, we also got to define what a friend is.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm not talking about because when I bring this up, everyone's all like, "Oh, so you shouldn't get along." I'm not talking about not getting along. I'm talking about being friends. I'm talking about how much are you guys
Mhm.
hanging out? Are you guys friends? Are you guys, you know, chillaxing together and kicking it together and all that? You're never gonna grow. You're never gonna grow outside of that person. Okay, you're always gonna have that connection there, and it's not gonna allow you to grow. And I'll be real with you guys.
Mhm.
If I ever came across a woman that was friends. I'm talking about friends, not, oh, she still gets along with him. Like if they were to see each other, they would just say, hey, what's up? And everything. They're right. That's different from being friends. If I know that they still hang out together and things of that sort, no, no, you're not getting my time. You are not getting my time. Now, feelings can grow, right? She can start growing feelings for me and then say, okay, you know what? It's time to start cutting them loose, right? That can happen, but I'm not sticking around to find out, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's something there that she still has connection from both sides, from his side and her side. I
Mhm.
say it's unhealthy, no disrespect to anybody, but I'm saying it's unhealthy. And if you're really looking to move on, and by the way, move on does not mean, oh, you got to go find somebody else. That doesn't, when people say move on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of times they're thinking like, oh, so you found somebody else. Like, no, no,
Mhm.
no. That's not move on. Move on is no, you have moved on from that person. Not I
Mhm.
found somebody else, right? No, is that
Yeah.
I'm completely detached.
Yeah.
That's it. What is that person doing? Don't know. God bless them. I wish them the best. But what they do is not part of my interest in life, right? You don't necessarily need to be with somebody else. And I just believe it's an unhealthy lifestyle where you still keep yourself attached,
Mhm.
you're still going to be hurt, and you're still going to get cut from the brokenness that happened in that relationship. And maybe it was even amicable. Maybe it was even like, you know what? This is just ain't working now. And maybe she's all like, yeah, it's just not. All right, let's just go our separate ways. Okay, boom. We're going our separate ways. We don't need to hang out. We don't need to be buddies. Okay.
Mhm.
God bless you. And that's it. So I say no. I say no. I just in general for anybody and everybody, if break it off, I think that's where it should stand. I don't think we should be friends. But again, to each their own.
Yeah.
To each their own. That's where I would leave that. I think that's sad, says Lisa. It is very, very, very sad. I stopped the Zoom calls just because it got. I'm like, I'm not a therapist, but I just came across a lot of dudes, man. A lot of dudes just did not want to be in the relationship that were there for decades, and they were just unhappy, but they faked the smile, and it's just like, damn,
Yeah.
some of them were just, waiting, hoping that, maybe one day she takes off or something. It's just like, damn, darn it, it's a sad situation.
But a lot of times I think a lot of people, when you say some when you see somebody and they split up and you ask them like, man, what happened? You guys were cool and everything.
Mm,
Oftentimes, like you said, it's a fake smile up front, you know,
mm,
to put it up because you're putting up with it. Oftentimes, unfortunately, there's a lot of disrespect. There's a lot of hatred, a lot of anger going back and forth. It's not really happy. It's just a show for the crowd, in a sense. And when it finally happens, it's really more of like it was over before it was actually over. If that makes any sense. And in some cases, I think that if the person, whether it's the male or female, whatever, if they kind of find themselves within that mix, and again, it goes back to what you said, Cholo. It's not about being in another relationship. It's about finding oneself. You know, um, I think that if you can't even think straight, and then all of a sudden it's like a wool gets pulled away from your eyes and stuff. Something was wrong, obviously. And it's not just, I won't say it's one person to blame. You're to blame too as well for taking it. When you know darn well that it's not going to get any better. That's just the fact. And sometimes somebody leaving, whether it's the male or female, sometimes the often mindset of a person thinking like, oh, watch, I'm gonna take off and then we're gonna see what happens. Sometimes it's a real blessing. And let's be honest.
yeah.
Sometimes that's a real blessing. You're like, oh man, yes. Because you find yourself, within that mist. I'm speaking in general, but I'm saying like,
Right. Look,
yeah,
I would say this. Look, when or if a relationship does not work out,
correct.
okay, this is just this is my advice to any and everybody, right? When a relationship does not work out, okay, look at where you went wrong, not that other person, right?
Yeah,
That other person has to live with themselves. You have to live with yourself, okay?
correct.
And maybe it's just you look the other way on something. Maybe you you didn't set your foot down on something that you knew that you should have.
Hmm.
And then eventually it got away from you. Whatever it is, when a relationship does not work out, maybe it's 99% the other person's fault and just 1% your fault, but that 1% is 100% your fault. And that is
Yeah.
what you
Oh yeah.
need. That is what you need to focus on because you are the one that's going to move forward to either another relationship or just with yourself. Nonetheless, just blaming the other person, and maybe that other person did something really wrong.
Mhm.
Okay. But that is for that person to figure out, not for you just to say, you know what? She or he did this. And
Correct.
that's Okay, but you also, you need to look. Stop looking at that. Look at you. Where did
Correct.
you go wrong? How did that happen? How did that go wrong? Whatever it may have been. Did the person just lose love for you? What was it? What did you allow? What shouldn't you have allowed? Where would you where whatever it may be, you
Yes.
need to look at you, because you are the one that's going to live with you and make decisions for yourself moving forward, right? So to me, talking with a lot of these men, it was just always like, hey, big dog, listen, man, what did you allow in your home? What did you allow in your home? That could have been a snowball effect, right? That caused her to be like this, like that, and all this other stuff. Okay. But you need to take responsibility. And in reality, you chose this person as well to be in your life, right? Um, but just constantly, if you just blame the other person and
Hmm.
that's all you did, and that's all you did, you might repeat that cycle
Correct.
because you didn't learn. So you
Hmm.
might repeat that cycle.
I agree
Um,
100%. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah,
You know what? That in short term, man, that's taking accountability for oneself too, though, right? And I think that once somebody, whether you're male or female, you take accountability for whatever wrongdoing, because nobody's perfect, man. Um, we all make mistakes, and that's just the way it is. But if one takes accountability, I think that it also makes you a better person in the next relationship. If you take that accountability within yourself,
hey,
rather than to
hey,
just ignore it and be like, no, it was all her, it was all him. It was all like, no. I think it's a little bit on both sides. I think one of the biggest things, to be honest with you, and then you can agree or disagree with me, B. One of the biggest things too is attention, bro. And one of
atten-
the biggest things is attention. And I know we've talked about this, but I think it's important, very important for a couple. I don't care if you're a man or a female or whatever, to really have a sit down with your significant other and say, how was your day? And let that person vent, even if it's repetitive at times, where they just talk about whatever happened at their job or whatever. You're there to listen. And I think it's a two-way street. And that's sometimes where a lot of the stuff starts to clash when all you talk about is this, and then that's it. Who cares? Nobody cares. If you're tired, just quit the job. Whatever that kind of it's giving you nothing. So I still think attention and communication is key, man. Seriously, that's just me. Okay, I'm being a big titty there about it, bro. I'm sorry, dog. I'm just saying, But
that,
no, I
that
mean, I that's how I see it, though, bro.
that's why you should never ask them how was your day, because a lot of people are just accustomed to just say it was okay. Instead, ask them something different, like, hey, what was the most interesting part of the day, of your day? Because it makes them think. It makes
Yeah,
them think to come up with something, because a lot of people would just say it was fine. Like,
Yeah.
okay, was it fine? Yeah, it was fine. But if you ask them, what was the most interesting part of your day? Now that gets the conversation going. Now that gets you go. Hey, B, B, let me get to B here for a second.
okay.
B, if what's a guy for you, B, where it's like, okay, you know what? No, there's these are red flags. What can guys? What do you look at a guy where it's like, no, this is a super duper red flag?
Mm, when he calls you or only communicates with you during business hours, that's a big red flag.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Big, big, big.
He's at
Uh-huh.
work. He's at work.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yeah, that's a
okay,
big one. And then
okay.
when they're trying to like get at you at first, and their first thought to throw out there with you is, "What's up? Like you want to hang out? Like sneaky link?" Question mark is like, "What the hell do I look like to you?" That's already a hell no, red flag. Block that person. Don't open the message. Yeah. I would really have to say the business hour thing. Yeah.
The business hour thing. Should a first date be paid by the man or 50-50? No, it should be paid by the man. It should be
Yeah,
paid
no,
by the
I believe that. I believe
yeah,
that too,
not
man.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he communicates with you during business hours only, hey, don't call me at nighttime. Just call-
Or they don't say don't call me. They just simply don't answer till the next business hour, like the next business shift, and you already know
Hmm.
what's up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
he was, unless he
Okay.
was
That's
graveyard.
that's
Unless he was graveyard or straight shift.
See, and I didn't get that with this other guy, right? I didn't get
no.
that. So the other day I'm sitting there thinking, both my relationships are shit, right? Both of them. And it's true. Like, look at my husband used to run these affairs with mistresses. I swear to God, I never would have even imagined that liar was running these affairs. When he was home, he was home. That was it. He wasn't on the phone. The phone's laying on the counter, like nothing. Of course, everybody's like a trained circus already. Like, don't call me after business hours.
Mm,
So yeah, yeah.
okay.
That's red flag number one and the only one I'm looking for. Period. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fred,
What's
what's a red flag for a female? Hopefully, it's a female. Fred, what's a red flag?
Hey, you know what? I used to attend Diddy parties, but I didn't know what was going on. No, not for no. No. You know what? I mean, to me, a red flag would be
Mm-hmm.
uh, constantly, whatever's being said is not being listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling your eyes, rolling the roll of the eyes, kind of like okay, always choosing to go somewhere where it's like basically high maintenance, bro. And it's like, no, that's a deal breaker for me, bro. And I'm not saying I expect a cheap woman. No, I don't. But somebody that truly understands, you know, because there is a lot of stuff out there that I don't want to say stuff, a lot of women out there, especially in today's world, that you have to have a certain vehicle, a certain bank account, a certain kind of job, make a certain amount of money. And I think it's a dying breed of dating, bro, and meeting people. You know what's one of the saddest things I've heard a guy say on YouTube was saying, I don't know about you old school cats. He goes, but us right now in this new generation, we don't look forward to having kids with anybody because of the situation. So a lot of the stuff too, I mean, and I'm saying it like this. To me, the red flags are those kind of maintenance things. And I'll tell you why. Because not only from the younger, the youngsters, let's say it like that,
Mm,
that are coming into to the life, of adulthood and dating, but it's also affecting the older generation as well. We've been consumed by social media to where everything looks a certain way, and it has to be a certain way, and people expect, like as what you said, the bar is raised high to the point where it's like, man, I can't even touch that bar at this point. If that's what it is, it shouldn't have to be that, man. I don't think it should be that, because let's just say this: the person I'm with right now, let's just say I was to hit the lotto,
mm,
tomorrow.
mm.
I would not go look for anybody else for that matter, because they'd be like, hey, did I ever tell you look kind of cute? Like, get out of here, dude. Like, get out of here. It just wouldn't be, man, because this person's been with you from the ground up, in a sense, you know. But I think a lot of the stuff today is very, very high maintenance, and it shouldn't be that way, man. So to me, a lot of those things are red flags, and it's pretty scary out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's terrifying out there. All
it
right.
is. It is, bro. And it's
Okay.
like, you know what? Well, I'm not gonna get into that. Let's just roll, man, because I'll go into a whole different perspective here, and I don't want to do that.
I bet you would, Fred. I bet you would. Okay. Okay. Look, red flags for me when it comes to a female. For one, uh, hyenas that flip off the camera, hyenas
Mm,
that take pictures and they're flipping off the camera like it's cool. That's a no go for me.
mhm.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
chicks that have too many tattoos. Now, there was a point of time in my life where I was just like, damn, that looks sexy. And it does. Okay.
Mm.
But you gotta see what's beyond the tattoos. You gotta see the scars, the wounds that probably are not healed from that person that can lash out and bleed all over you. Um,
Well,
a woman with a foul mouth.
yeah.
A woman that cussing all the time. Fred, I'll let you go, brother. I'll let
Okay.
you
No.
go.
Yeah. 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 I was gonna say that. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right? A woman with a complete foul mouth. If it's just cussing up a storm. Yeah, that's another no go, right? A woman that reveals a lot of her body. You
Yes.
know, I re-
That's
you know I remember when I was on well, I still am on Instagram. Chicks would tell me to go follow their page, and the strangest thing to me, man, was this: you would see hyenas like revealing a lot of their body, dog, like strippers, right?
mm,
And they would be like, "Hey, come follow me and anything." And the strange thing is that you would have pictures of them like in lingerie, bending over on the bed and all that stuff. And then, you scroll like two pictures down, and it's a picture of her and her two kids.
yeah.
And it's like, with the caption of like, "Hey, the best hood is motherhood. God bless me with these two little angels." And it's like, homegirl, girl, your mind is far out.
Mhm.
Okay, your mind is far out. Where the very next picture is you over there, basically all naked, and now you're over here with pictures of your little 6 and 11-year-old, dropping them off at elementary school, talking about how blessed it is that God
Yes.
blessed you with this. Like that's another thing to me where it's just like, yeah, no,
Mhm.
that's a red flag, man. So um and you do come across a few ladies, okay? You do come across a few ladies that do the thing of like, technically, I'm still married. And it's like, oof, okay. Because you put technically in front of it, it doesn't take the fact away that you're still married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Even if you guys aren't together, if you guys don't live together, if you guys have been broken up for a long time, whatever it may be, okay. It seems like they put technically in front of it, like, oh, well, we're basically divorced. It's like, yeah, but you're basically not,
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of red flag ish. At
Yeah.
least the other stuff I would say is a red flag. That right there, still red flag ish. Um, so yeah, those attributes right there, it's like, you know what, man? When I talk to when I used to have the Zoom meetings with youngsters, I would tell them, dog, stay away from this certain type of chicks, right? I remember homeboy had a hyena.
Mm.
She used to get sloppy drunk all the time. I said, big dog, if you don't have any kids from her, you're probably best just leaving her alone.
Yeah.
If she's falling over, he tell me stories. She was falling over, super sloppy drunk, and everything of that sort. Guy, I don't mind a girl that likes to tilt back a couple of adult beverages. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna
Yeah.
be getting you know completely bad dog on the ground, falling on the ground and passing out and everything like that, that's another red flag for me, man. So go for it,
You
Fred. Go for it, Fred. You have things to
know
say.
what? Another the red flag is exactly what you were stating too, though. The Instagram thing, if it's totally exposing so much, that's another red flag. The other red flag is, oh, I want to go to a bar and grill all the time. I want to go to a club. That's kind of like, okay, you know what, man? Like To me, that's a deal breaker, bro. Like constantly. If that's what it is, and then it'd be like, "Oh, don't tip, I'll get in free because I know the bouncer." It's like, oh man, it's like, I'm just saying, dog, it's like, oh well, really, how many times you been here? Like, what, they know me by name. It's like, oh man, that's a big red flag,
Okay, just real quick, I want to get to I want to get to B right now. Just real quick. I haven't told I told this on one of my trucker lives that I was in the big rig, right? But I've never told it. I've never told it like this. Okay, so many years ago, I actually dated a stripper and a bartender, right? So many people thought it was cool, right? And for a minute, I thought it was cool too. And this is years ago.
Yeah.
But would I do that today? Heck no, man. I would not date a bartender, nor would I date a stripper. It would not even cross my mind to date a bartender or a stripper. And one thing that I've learned real quick too, dating a bartender and a stripper, with the fact that they never get a chance to hang out.
Yeah.
I remember I used to drink a lot more, so dating the bartender was pretty cool because I would go to her bar, and she would just say like, "Hey, like every 2 drinks I give you, just give me $1. Just so it shows that you're giving me something." And I was like, for like $5, I got like 10 beers or something, right? So I mean, it didn't bother me, but at the same time, we never got a chance to hang out because Friday nights and Saturday nights, that's her big money days. So unless you go to the job and even the strip joint, well, I would go hang out with the homegirl at the strip club, right? And I'll leave it right there, but I'm not gonna get too far into it. But the same thing, it's like, oh well, they got to be there Friday and Saturday nights because that's their, big
Yeah.
big money night, right? I mean, I was entertained as well. I'll just leave it at that. But would I do that today? No, heck no, not. It would never even come close to crossing my mind to get into a relationship like that. But yeah, definitely live and learn. Okay, so
Yeah.
B, what's your thoughts about marriage?
I love marriage.
Okay.
I love marriage. I feel like a lot of people don't take it seriously, and it's very sad.
Mm,
To me, marriage is sacred. It is. It's something that you take the oath with for the rest of your life. Um, you honor your spouse. The respect is there through thick and thin, through illness, all that good stuff that they say. And honestly, when you are with a person for a certain amount of time, everything that is disclosed at the altar, you actually go through. So it's not just words in the wind. I've been through illness really bad, like almost dying. You know, there we go for that love again. He's been there. He's seen me at my best. He's seen me at my absolute worst. You we've had money, we've had no money. We've had friends, we've had no friends, and the way I always like period, my mentality is as long as our foundation is solid, I would live with my husband under a bridge if I had to, but that's me and my husband, we're gonna make this happen. Yeah.
okay. Great.
Wow. Bravo
Yeah.
to you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Bravo to you. Sincerely.
Yeah.
What
All
happened?
right. All right. Fred, what's your thoughts on marriage?
You know what? I'll say it like this: for a long time, I didn't believe in it. To be honest with you, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
be very forward about it. But I think it's when you've found the right person, it's exactly what B just described. Because in a relationship, the male and female, we're supposed to lift each other up. You know, carry as minimal as it may be. It could be something so minimal, you know, but instead to help her lift up a little bit, and vice versa, And in my situation, my personal situation, I think it's a good thing. But in general, yeah, I do believe in that. I do believe in it. But again, it would have to be everything B just said, and unfortunately, we're living in a time now where that's slim to none. What's going on with that? And that's a sad thing, man. And I don't want to bring a cloud into the room with that, but I think that's one of the pieces that we're missing in this world to where it's like, you know, females and males too is like we're looking for a meal ticket, and it's like, oh, somebody's next, I'm worth, I know my worth, and I need to be taken care of. Okay, yeah, but it's a two-way street, man. It's a two-way street, And trust me, as a man, and I'll say it as a man, and I will say this because I'm coming off sounding like a cheapskate down here, We feel, in other words, this is how I feel. I don't know how you feel, Cholo, but I feel like more. I'm the one that should be the breadwinner. I'm the one that should be taking care of stuff, taking the weight off my partner, taking that weight off, that financial stress, that financial weight off. If she gets to be a stay-at-home mom, that's even better. Okay, we don't have the full-on castle, but guess what? You get to stay home. A lot of women don't get to do that, in today's world. But if I could provide that for somebody, such as where I'm at right now, yeah, I'm all for it, man. But again, it goes back to that. It goes back to exactly what B said. I can't even repeat it. It goes back to all that. Somebody that's going to be down with you, basically, you're ride or die, man. And it's vice versa from the from myself to that person. Female. I'll just say it like that. Female, not a male. No.
No,
That's it. Yeah.
that's good. I'm glad you straightened that up, man.
He knows you. That's why.
Let me put it to you this way, man. It may seem like the wrong thing to say nowadays, but I will say I'm a heterosexual straight man. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Wow, in 2026, I can't believe you said that, Fred. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
because nowadays it's weird, man. It's weird. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So marriage, right? There's so many people that get divorced, right? First of all, for those that have been married and happily married and have never been divorced, have never broken up, God bless you. If you are happily married, both of you, not just one of you, both of you, okay? One thing that I don't like is when a marriage doesn't work out, which is very, very unfortunate. And then the person says, I am never getting married again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. Here is why. Because you are blaming marriage. You are not blaming the situation. You're basically saying, had we not gotten married, everything's still the same. We move in together, we have kids together, everything's still together. Everything is exactly the same. But if we did not get married, everything would have worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Right? No. You are blaming actually getting married. And to a certain degree, there can be some people waiting just to be married so they can go ahead and let their hair down and say, like, okay, maybe I don't need to try in this relationship as much as I once did. So to be fair, to a certain degree, that can be. All right. But I am not against marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing when done correctly.
Correct.
I truly believe people need to work on themselves, find themselves, and you could find yourself with somebody as well and grow together as long as you guys are growing together, right? If one is growing and the other one isn't growing, then you're going to be kind of offset there. So I'm not against marriage whatsoever. What I do find is a lot of women, okay? And by the way, I'm going to open up the phone lines, man. I know running a little bit late. I'm gonna open up the phone line, see if anybody wants to tap in.
Mhm.
What I do find is a lot of women pretending to be happy being single. I do run into that. You know, I'll tell you guys this, man. Like on Instagram and stuff, you do find a lot of females that are like, oh, you know what, living my best life being single, and you know what, single life is the best life. Focus on yourself, love yourself, and taking a picture, just home tonight, just hanging out, just love yourself, focus on yourself, loving yourself. And it's like, okay, girl, if you are really focusing and loving yourself, why are you trying to put it out there to make it seem to everybody else, to convince
Mhm.
everybody else?
They're fishy.
Yeah.
I see exactly. You know what? You know what? You know what? B, you're right.
They're
Because
fishy.
in reality, they're trying to put out there that I'm single and they want
The
somebody to come into
attention.
their lives.
Hmm.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
they want the attention. But I see that all the time, all the time. Just I'm single and living my best life. And look at me, look how happy I am being single. And look at me, just a single life. Look at me, oh, just spending by myself at home tonight, but I'm loving it. And you know what? I don't mind going out with another couple as long as they're good friends, and just continually just putting out there how single they are, but how happy they are. And I call 1000% BS. You are continuing. And by the way, I think most females that do that have not even been single for a year, which brings me to my next question while I go ahead and open up the phone line, see if anybody wants to call in and set us straight, or set B and Fred straight. You can't set me straight. I'm stuck in my own ways.
You know what?
Uh,
You know what's another thing too? If there's a friend trying to convince you of that, whether you're male or female, and telling you,
mm,
no, you know what? It's good to be single. You got to be this and this and that and that. You know what? This is what I say to that. Very simple, bro. Misery loves company.
oh, that's in everything. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
wanted to
misery
add
loves
one
company.
thing. I wanted to
Go
add
for it,
one
B.
thing.
Go for it,
Okay,
B.
I'm
Go for it.
I'm old already. I'm an old hag. I'm 41. My age group is out there. We're old, right?
Mm,
All my single friends, my female single, and even male, everybody
mm,
that I know in my age group are not excited to be single. Especially the women, they're like, I want to find that man. I want to live with somebody. I want to share my evenings. I want that comfort. For us, like me, I'm big time a woman. I'm a woman. You come take out my trash, put up my picture frames, do all the stuff a man does. I will
mm,
take care of everything the woman does. You will not cook, you will not clean, I'll do the laundry. I need a man. I do. I love to be a woman in a man's world. I do. Okay, but we have those girls that you talk about. Okay, if you notice, they're all under a certain age and they really like to be out there. That's why they enjoy being single. It's not that they enjoy the fact of not being with a man. I've noticed they like the fact that they can be with different men without having to be tied down with one man and labeled a cheater or whatever. That's what I've noticed in a lot of these girls that I sit there, because I see that. I see that a lot. That, oh, I'm over here living my best life, but yet they're with another couple. They're with a group of friends. If you see the group of friends, they're all alone too. So it's like, how much fun can you possibly have if you're out every freaking weekend all by yourself? You know?
mm,
And then I go back to that certain kind of woman, right? Like I
mm,
mentioned at the beginning, who I ran into. Okay. From time to time, I notice that she's looking on my profile because that's all she stalks me instead of me trying to stalk her. It's like 14 years, get over it. You want that fool, go take him. He's at the same spot. She's still single. She's still out with every guy every weekend. I know this from another source that knows her very well. Okay. When are you gonna settle down? When are you gonna settle down? Like I said, there's gonna come that time where you're gonna have to rely on somebody else to help you out. Like you're sick, you want a glass of water, your pills brought to you. Your kids aren't gonna be with you forever. you know. And then those people that, oh, my pets, my dogs, your dogs can't go pour you something or cook you something or open a can of freaking soup for you or something, you know. So I don't know, I just pay attention to that a lot, because those type of girls, they do like to be alone, but because they're not alone every weekend. Hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh, yes, I agree. Let me hang on. Let me put the phone number.
Mhm.
All right, if anybody wants to call in, go ahead. Call
That,
in.
that is true though, Becky. I totally agree with that part too though, because it's just kind of like it's a sad thing to see, because it's like, yeah, but okay, and it can all be whatever you post on Instagram, whatever you're saying on video, whatever you're saying, all this stuff, right? Pictures, whatever. But when you're at home alone with your demons, that's when the real person comes out. You know,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
that's
A
when the
thousand,
real
a
person
thousand
comes out.
percent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Look, 1,000%, dog. There's women that, and by the way, some women in their 40s, heck, some even in their 50s that are, they like to post out there, and they're living my best life, single life, and focus on yourself and love yourself. And yeah, sure, love yourself. I mean, I think that has a different meaning to certain people, but um it's just like, hey, look at me, look at me, look how happy I am that I'm single. And I'm just like, if you really were, you wouldn't have to be trying to convince everybody else that you were.
Hmm.
Oh, but I look at them and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're completely miserable, but you'd rather be in a relationship where you feel appreciated, you
Yeah.
know. So no, that's for dang sure. So if anybody wants to call in, like I said, I know we went a little bit late, but if anybody wants to call in, there is the number. Gosh, man, I can't believe we went this late already.
No,
But
but you know what? It
We need
was
to
good, man.
counsel. We need to counsel people on
No, I think
relationship.
it's a good. I think it's a great conversation piece, though, man, for real. Because I mean, Becky, you opened up a can of worms because that's what's happening in today's world. And again, look, I sound like a broken record. Those of you or those people who see my channel, I, I've said it and say it over and over again. Social media has led us down a path very wrong to where we start to believe the hype, and that's social media is a highlight reel. That's all it is. And again, I'll put it to you this way: I can sleep at night. I'll put it to you guys that way. I can sleep at night, and you know, uh, yes, I don't live with my girlfriend or nothing like that, but it's a simple good night, so on and so forth, and it's a great thing, you know. So I'm not go ahead. Somebody's calling.
yeah, let me get them. Oh shoot,
Yes.
hang on. There we go.
Filters. Puro
There we
filter.
go. Big Joe. How come I can't hear him? Oh shoot. Oh, you know what? I think the volume was down.
Mm.
Big Joe, try
Okay.
calling in again, brother. That was Big Joe, man. Big Joe was
Well,
trying
no,
to call.
but yeah, like I think you opened up like a big can of worms, and I think that needs to be heard in society today. And there's not a lot of people that do that, though. There's not a lot of people that do that. I mean, everything's just a highlight reel. Everything's a lie. Everything's, oh yeah, everything's great, everything's moving, I'm good, and if you're doing it to spite your ex or whoever, then
Mhm.
you're doing it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. See, like on my profile, Instagram's my biggest platform.
Hmm.
You see all my stuff on there. Like, I
Yeah,
honestly can say I have nothing to hide. I
yeah,
post my highs, I post my lows, I post issues in between. And a lot of people even tell me, like, not a lot, but I do get a couple people that like, oh,
mhm,
you put too much out there. But then to one comment of too much out there, my comment section's full of, I can relate. Thank you for being honest. I'm going through the same thing.
correct.
Personal direct messages, where I can actually sit and talk back and forth about the same kind of stuff. So, one thing with me is I'm not a private person. I've
Yeah.
unfortunately been put into a situation where I'm always getting tested and accused of certain things. So my defense to myself is to be open and transparent about everything,
Yep.
whether it's good or bad. It's like asking, and I'll tell you, I don't have nothing to hide because I rather you guys hear it from me than make assumptions, or you hear it from somebody else and then you just, what the heck, think a certain way about nothing, a lie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I
I
am
think,
true.
and
I'm true.
oftentimes, I mean, you see that. Like I see that a lot on social media. I see it a lot on social media, man, with people just going out there and just doing all this stuff.
Cubo, Cubo, Cubo.
Big Joe,
Hey,
What up? What up?
what's going on,
What
homie?
what
saludos.
cracking, Cholo Trucker? What is cracking, homie? How you doing?
I'm good, big dog. You're on the round table live, Holmes. Talk to us.
I'm live, all the way live. I'm right here. I said, watch out. I just want, oh, wait, saludos, everybody there. I just want to say a couple things. First, you got to love yourself before you can love anybody else, or else it won't work out.
Mm.
And I'm not saying like to try to be like a weirdo, like, I'm not saying like a narcissist. I'm just saying internally, you got to have love for yourself before you can love anybody else, man. And, and then in all things, man, if you're in a relationship, you get married, have a girlfriend, whatever, you got to put yourselves after God, but before everybody else, you know what I mean? And you gotta be willing to compromise in your relationship too. And you can't just always take, or always give. It's a give and take situation, So that's just my 2 cents right there, dog.
Hey, Big Joe, how long you been married?
This may be 35 years.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Amen to you, brother. Amen to you. A man that's been doing, and you know what? I have been around Big Joe and his wife. I've been to his house. That's a lovely couple right there. That's a lovely couple.
Nice.
So I
Thank
will
you.
say that about Big Joe, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And you know what? That's the whole thing, man. We got married. 3 years later, we had our first son, and then we had our kids. They're about 3 years apart. We have 3 daughters and a son. And but we made those first 3 years to just have alone time. You know what I mean? Being married, but like I said, it's give and take.
Yeah, you know what, Joe, you brought something up, man, that I thought that I think is very important, because a lot of people that I know that got married, they actually had kids first, right? Which is probably the biggest reason on why they even stood together and got married. But yeah, I would recommend, get married and spend a few years, just you and her, just the two of you, build,
Yeah.
together, build your relationship, build each other, build financially, build as coming to as one, don't just go right away having kids. I would say build the two of you before you guys, start bringing all the damn little rugrats around.
Yeah, that's the key, because once you have kids, well,
Yeah.
you're supposed to devote yourself to your children. You know what I mean? And how can you do that when you're still trying to get to know your wife and she's trying to get to you? And and like what I brought up earlier about you got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. The reason I say that is because if you're a guy that has, or a girl that has anger inside, or has a lot of resentment for things they did in their life, stuff like that, you're going to carry that baggage into your relationship. So how can you know somebody love when you're getting with demons inside you that have hate or have anger or whatever it is? You know what I mean? So you got to be able to fix yourself there, have love for yourself there, and then you can love your significant other. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
yeah, no, I believe that.
I've never judged Total Trucker and Sonny's love. I've always
Shout out to Sonny, man. Shout out to Sonny.
I I think this phone call's done, man.
Oh man, no, but I'm glad you guys brought this topic up tonight, and people need to hear it. Youngsters need to hear it, but not only youngsters. You know, there's people our age. I'm 56, and every day I learn things in life. Still, you know.
Every
right.
day.
That's right. Well, thank you.
Hey,
Yeah, you got to be willing to learn. You know, to want to learn and grow in your life, no matter how old you are. And at the end of the day, man, you know, I have a lot of love for you, trucker. You know that, and all the fellas, man. We used to do our own round table back in the day. You know, I miss those times. I might have to come back and on your shirt tails on this one, man, and join you guys.
that's right, big dog. I'm gonna take you out at to a park and buy you a paleta or some ice cream or something. Big Joe, brother, Big Joe. You know it's always love, carnal. Gracias for the phone call, and I'll be in touch, brother. I'll be in touch, man.
Yeah. Be in touch. I appreciate all of you guys right now.
Hey,
peace, love, happiness to you all.
All right, pues.
All right,
all
right, alato.
That was Big Joe Castro,
nice.
man.
Salute to him, man. Good dude right there.
Still has not put me in one of his movies. Still. To this day, put me in one of his movies.
Got to meet him in person too, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Joe's a really good dude. Worked my corner, dude. He's a really good dude. And just I don't mean to get off topic. None of them ever once asked me for a single penny to make the drive up there. Nothing. They were there just to support me. The best thing, the most important thing you could give somebody else is time, because you can never repay time. You can never repay time. You could repay money, you could repay so many things, but you can never repay time. And they gave me their time. Something that Joe said, okay, which is something I want to touch on here before we start wrapping it up here. You gotta work on yourself. Whatever trauma you have from your childhood, whatever you went through, anything, right? If you came from a broken home, if you were molested, if you were abused, if you were raped, if you were neglected, if you never got mom and dad loving, I keep saying it, and society keeps pushing something else. Keep telling everybody, listen, nothing will be stronger than mom and dad who both love each other, and for the kids to see that mom and dad love each other. Don't get all weird on me. I'm not talking about opening up the bedroom door so kids can see you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about kids seeing that mom loves dad and that dad loves mom and how they treat each other. That is so damn important. And that which will make a major change in society, which so many of us failed at, right? Myself included. I'm not with the mother of my sons, which are adults, so I'm not going to buy them birthday gifts because they're grown men. But you got to work on yourself, man. You got to. Damage is going to attract other damage, right? So if you're damaged, you're going to attract another damaged person. And now the two of you are just going to be feeding off each other's damage.
Yes.
And that's going to build such an unhealthy relationship, because now it's just, you guys are just damaging each other. You guys aren't healing.
Correct. And then the kids are watching, and it's a whole cycle. Yeah.
For sure. I say, look, don't have kids. Work on each other. Work with yourselves, and all that stuff. So, all right. Hey guys, I mean, we ran pretty late here. Anything else on this subject before we wrap this up?
Go ahead, Becky. If you got something, I got something to say on this. I'll tell you another thing too, though. You know, I'll tell you one thing that I see can work is conflict with your partner, right? And sometimes it's better to sit back and listen and then see their perspective, doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but you can see where they're coming from. And sometimes it's not coming from a despiteful place. It's just how they perceive to see things. So there's no need to be angry about it. I'm not saying you have to agree with everything, but at least, at least the way I work it now is like I can understand the perspective and I can respect it. But again, I may not agree with it, And I think that saves a lot of drama too, though. To be able to listen, that's one of the things too, to be able to listen. And again, you got to have communication. No, not for us. I'm kidding. No, but
communication is key, though. It is. You know how hard it is to be in a one-sided relationship when you ask what's going on and everything's nothing, and then you end up arguing because they don't want to tell you what's wrong, but clearly you see something's going on.
Okay.
Here's the one, right? Well, that's just the way I am, and if you don't like it, oh well, it's like, wow, really? Like, instead of just saying, hey, well, wait a minute, like, where's this coming from? I tend to sit back now, and this is what I mean by this. And I'm just going to speak in general. I think sometimes taking accountability for one's flaws and mistakes, it helps you proceed into a better person, a better listener, to say, hey, you know what, wait a minute, I've been through this before, and I'm not going to go through it again. I'd rather sit and listen and be quiet sometimes, even though if I disagree. And I'm not afraid to say I disagree. That's not what I'm saying. I can say, well, I disagree with it, but I see where you're coming from. And that's it.
Yeah.
Simple and plain, man. Go ahead, Chola. I see that look on your face, bro.
Okay. Look. There is stuff that I want to say of what you guys just said, but we're running woefully behind. So I want to ask this last question before we really start wrapping it up. We got to talk about the movies. We got to talk about a few things, but just real quick. But I just want to ask this question. Fast response. How long do you wait before you start dating somebody else?
Like a week. Not just kidding.
A week. Okay. There you go.
You know what? When it feels right.
Okay.
I think when you can no longer be held back, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Fred?
You know what? I will say, again, going back to it was over before it was over. And then sometimes there's just situations where we may hold on, and I'm not going to make this long. We may hold on and say, well, maybe we're just going through it, whatever. But if the other person confirms it and locks it in, you make that decision to say, okay, you know what? Done. It's done. This is where it ends. And you sometimes they make that decision for you. So that I say it really depends. There's no real time. I think it's over before it's over. And the other thing too is finding oneself before that, not just for the sake of it,
Okay. Another quick response. Okay. What if they pass away? How long before you start dating, Becky?
I think it depends. If your marriage and your love was strong, you're gonna mourn that person for a long time. But if it was just garbage and you were just together because the divorce was too expensive, you couldn't afford $400. Like, pobrecito, pero I know. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah.
Okay. Fred.
I have to agree with her, bro. I'm sorry to be that way. It really depends if you're truly happy and in love, man. If you're just hanging on and being disrespected by this person and stuff like that. And look, I've seen it before, to where it's like, yeah, it's messed up, pero ya estaba hasta aquí con este güey que ya me tenía hasta el copete, and it's like, man, that's just what it is, bro.
All right. B, would you date a man whose wife passed away?
No.
Okay.
I would never be able to fill those shoes.
Okay. Fred, would you date a woman whose husband passed away?
Before me getting with her? Or
before you
say they're separated and then he dies.
She's a widow, Fred. She's a widow. Yes. Would you date a widow?
You know, it would depend on her baggage, man. If she's looking to be for to replace him,
Yeah, no.
I would not. I would
Okay.
not. It would really depend on how it really goes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my three answers. When is too soon? Look, I basically what you said. I think you just need to. Personally, I think you should probably take some time for yourself. Right. That's what I believe. I believe you need to take some time for yourself. And how long is that? I don't know. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay. As far as dating a widow, yeah, no, I wouldn't, because she will always have that connection. I will probably always feel like I'm second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only in your like I'm not your choice.
Pick first.
He
Yeah.
was your choice and
Mm-hmm.
he passed away. Like I would always feel like, I'm second. And when is if she were to pass away, when is too soon? Oh man, I would take a date to your funeral. Let's go, man.
Be like, come on, let's go.
I would take I would take a new squeeze to the funeral, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know in that case. You know what? It would all just depend. It would all just depend what the feeling is. I'm sure at some point I would have to get out that maybe but it would definitely be how heartbroken it really was for me. But nonetheless, all right. Well, Fred, what are you doing this weekend for Valentine's Day, brother?
Going out and about, just something a little different, you know. Nothing really in mind. We're just gonna end up wherever the road takes us, and that's it. And be like, "What do you want to eat?" I don't know. Well, what no, no, whatever it is, bro. Whatever it is, I got some stuff. I got a little budget set up already, so you know. And again, I'm happy, man. I'm really happy with that. So.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
He's happy. He's a happy man. He's a jolly happy man. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my boy Vince. He's asking, how much feria does the widow have?
Hey, see, that's another thing too, though, right? It's like, hey, especially if she's getting the Social Security from that, be like, well, it can work out. I can deal with this, but I can come in second.
Oh,
see, we didn't think of that. See, that's
we
a good, yeah.
that. That's right. That's why we got people in the chats. B, what are you doing for Valentine's Day, girlfriend?
Probably end up fighting because we won't know where to go eat.
Okay.
I will probably sit on my couch and scroll and hate on everybody showing off their balloons and shit. That's it.
Okay.
I already know.
I got you. Valentine's Day, I mean, I don't celebrate it, so it's not like it was there's anything gonna be going on. I got to give my dog a shower. Man, I haven't given her a shower in like 3 weeks, so I'm gonna give my dog a shower. That's for dang sure. I want to go out to eat, but I think a lot of places are going to be packed. I'll probably go to the movies and watch that Clica movie. So,
nice.
yeah, I'll probably do that. And yeah, we'll see. I got invited to a couple of things, but I'm not really in the mood, man. Anyway, I'm sounding all old and stuff, but it's just not in the mood, man. I don't drink the way I used to. So, but anyway, Fred, you recommended the movie The Rip last time. I went ahead, I watched it, I enjoyed it. I don't think it was low budget, man. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. B, did you watch The Rip?
No.
No,
I did not watch it, but I will watch it.
I highly recommend it. I maybe one highly, not highly.
Okay.
Just one highly. Okay. I thought it was really good. You're right, Fred. It keeps your mind turning, keeps your mind thinking of what's really going on. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. But Fred, what's a movie that you recommend this time around, and maybe it should be about love or heartbreak or
Oh,
something of that sort.
you know what? Unfortunately, I didn't get into that part, man. I should have.
Mm,
But I have two. One that
okay.
I do not recommend, and one that I do highly recommend.
Then why are you talking about the one you're not recommending?
Well, because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, hey, I want to go see this. And Fred said it was good. No, I'm not saying it's
Okay.
good.
Okay. Give it to
The
us.
first one, it would be Anaconda.
The new
With
one.
Jack Black, the new one. Yes. With
Okay.
Jack
You're
Black.
saying don't watch that.
No, no.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? And I'm taking myself out of the equation because myself, I could be like, okay, yeah, I can enjoy that, but I don't think it translates right to everybody else. To the average person seeing it. I I thought it just, I don't know, it just wasn't that great. It wasn't really that great. It wasn't that funny. It was cool. And that's it. But I don't recommend it.
All
The
right.
one I highly recommend
Mm.
that I got to see was the new one as well, The Running Man. The
Okay.
Running Man, yeah, yes, that to my surprise was a very good remake. Excuse me, was a very good remake, man.
Okay.
It's really, yeah, it's just a whole different take. It's nothing like the other than being the title, but I think the stakes seem a lot higher, obviously in this one, and I thought it was awesome. So I highly recommend The Running Man, the 2025 or 2026 version. Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I watched a few movies over this past weekend.
Mhm.
Uh, one of the remakes, I watched the Bruce Willis version of Death Wish. I like
Oh,
it was
yeah,
really good. It
yeah.
was really
Yeah.
good. I saw this movie, man. I'm gonna throw this out there. I saw this movie, The Secret Sex Life of a Single Mother. Um, that movie had me laughing. Now, it's not a soft core porn movie or anything like that. I
Mhm,
know it sounds like it, The
mhm.
Secret Sex Life of a Single Mother, but it's not. It's not. It That movie had me it's not a comedy, but it's just the stuff it just had me rolling, dog. It had me laughing. I could say I enjoyed it because it was just so silly that made me laugh so much. Um, I don't know if I really recommend it, but
Mhm.
the Death Wish movie definitely was really good. And I also watched the movie of Mongoose and Snake. It was a true story of the drag
Oh,
strip racers. Good movie. I really enjoyed that one.
okay.
So no love movie, huh, Fred?
No,
All right. Let me see. I'll recommend a love movie. Okay, I will.
Titanic.
I I will recommend the movie Wisdom.
With
Wisdom. Yeah, wait. Becky, hang on, Becky. Don't give any reaction whatsoever, Becky. Just like,
I haven't seen it though. I haven't.
oh, Becky, that's what I was gonna get to.
Oh, okay,
I,
okay, okay.
I
No, I
wanted.
seen it. No,
Mm,
I was gonna ask.
sorry.
I was going to ask Fred. Fred, what do you think the chances are that Becky has seen the Emilio Estevez Demi Moore classic movie Wisdom?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
No,
she
sorry,
hasn't seen it.
sorry. You
She
already
hasn't seen
said
it. Okay, all
it.
right, all right. Hey, Becky, don't
Great.
show any reaction, Becky. Just sit
Okay.
there. Just sit there. Okay, another love movie I will recommend. Fred, what do you think the chances are she's seen Natural Born Killers with Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis?
I would think yes. I would think yeah. I would think
I
yes.
I
Yes.
I I would think because of who she is and likes to be around cemeteries and everything. I think she knows the story of Mickey and Mallory. Have you seen
Right.
Natural Born Killers, Becky?
Yeah, when I
Oh,
was younger too. Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
dad's movie. Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Those are two love movies recommend. All right.
Yeah.
B, tomorrow you're gonna be on 101.5 FM.
Yes, 10
Nice.
o'clock p.m. Boulevard Hour with B. I
Okay.
put my Instagram down here on my user. So if you guys have dedications, send them there on a direct message, and I'll play them for you guys live on the radio at night.
And this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. You and I, Fred. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave your Boulevard Hour with B. I'm gonna leave that Instagram pinned in the comment section on this video right here. Okay. Here's what you and I are gonna do, Fred. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We are going to request a dedication.
Okay.
You and I, you got to think of a song. Remember, this is Valentine's Day, Fred.
Oh yeah, no, I got it.
And it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little mixture there, guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, Fred, think of a song. Think
Mhm.
of a song. You got what? And you got over 24 hours. I don't know. B, when
I
do you
already
lock?
got it. I already got it. I already
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Well, don't say what it is, Fred.
No,
If people want to know, they got to tune in to the Boulevard Hour with B.
Nice.
I will put in my dedication as well. And if anybody wants to know what Fred and I, what our dedications are, what our songs are, what our picks are, you're going to have to tune in to 101.5 FM Boulevard Hour with B, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or where else can they find you, B, if they're not near you?
If you're not near me, you could still hear me on kqbhla.com. So make sure you guys pick the 10 p.m. slot, Boulevard Hour with B. Can I add a bonus to that since I love it so much? Whatever people on here watching, if they do get the song correct, if they actually listen, I'll give them a poster. How's that? I will gift them a poster. My poster drops tomorrow.
I don't like it.
No?
Wait a second. How come I don't have a poster?
Because it drops tomorrow. I just said it drops tomorrow.
Oh, the poster drops tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like saying like, hey, the people in the chat are more important than Fred and I. Fred, aren't you offended, Fred?
No, I understood where she was going. I was like,
stop it, Fred. Fred, do I need a sticker for the both of us here, Fred? Man, we're supposed to have first dibs.
This is the thing that I was talking about earlier. See, I listen. No, Fred.
Oy, dicen que it's raining men for Fred. Look at the last comment.
All right. So, okay. So, yeah. So, you guys heard it there. You guys will get a poster. If they're
listening and they get your guys' songs right.
Okay. So, all right. So, Fred, again, you got to do it legit, Fred. Okay. Remember, Friday the 13th, Valentine's Day. I'm going to get a song. We're both going to request a song, and B's going to play our song. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 101.5 FM. You guys tune in, and I always forget the other stuff, B. Throw it out there one last time.
kqbhla.com.
Nice. Do we say we dedicate it to so-and-so? I want to dedicate this song. That's what it is?
You can either write it down, like text it to me, or if you want your voice out there, I'll play your clip. So it's up to you. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. No, I'm making
people could hear your sexy voice on the radio, Fred.
They have to picture me right now, And you know what? I only wear glasses to read, guys. So I don't wear glasses, and I do for a fact I have dimples. So just letting you guys know.
I have a dimple. I lost weight and I found it.
The guys hate me. They hate me because I have dimples, bro. The guys hate me.
Haters.
Oh gosh, this live is falling apart. Fred.
Yes.
Fred.
kqbhla.com. 10 p.m.
There it is.
Yes, that's
Fred,
it, guys, right there.
Fred, what do you got going on for the weekend, brother?
Going
weekend, but till the next time we see each other on here.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, you know what? I have some stuff going on with my girl, man. So I'm gonna, make that as special as I can. And again, with everything, with the surroundings and stuff too. But I think it's yeah. Let's just say it like that. I'm gonna make it special, man. So with that also too, I'm gonna be starting a I guess a program or something through next week for I shouldn't even be putting this out there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be starting a program. No, no, I'm not addicted to anything. It's not a rehab or nothing like that, man. But let's just say it's something to better myself, man. So yeah, so I'm just going with that. So it's gonna be a busy time, you know. From here from next week on, it's gonna be pretty busy, but I'm looking forward to it. And that's it, man. So, and whatever else in between, looking forward to spending time, with my girl, whether it's Valentine's Day or not Valentine's Day. It's always gonna be great. That's it.
Fred is an exquisite man of passion. I'm telling you guys,
Hey,
man. I'm telling you guys. All right.
brother, you know what?
B,
It's just what it is.
B, what do you got going on, sister?
Next week I'm actually doing my first interview of the year for my podcast. So
Mm,
I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be talking to a barber out of the La Puente area that likes to work specifically with children that have autism. So
Oh,
I
nice.
think, yeah, I think he deserves a good hour of an interview because he does a lot of work with these kids. He has the patience, and it's crazy because the little kids take to him, and these are kids that don't let anybody touch them ever, and they
mm.
just they like him. So I'm gonna be doing that, and then Thursday I have my tour at the Pomona Adobe House with my fourth graders. So I'm really excited about that. I'll be on the radio Monday as well, and then Friday for my hour too. So I got a busy week. Yeah.
Oh, keep it going, girl. Keep it
Yeah.
going.
Thank you.
And I don't know. I'll be doing a bunch of things. Honestly, I'll be doing a lot of things. I keep myself just moving. As far as YouTube, I say I already did Bible talk. Oh, we got to do Men Rule the World. That's right. We got to do Men
Oh yeah.
Rule the World,
Oh yeah.
Fred. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll do Men Rule the World,
Yeah.
and just a couple of other cool things, man. I'm looking forward to. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks. This is the roundtable. That is Fred, Two Face Entertainment. That is our lovely B there. You guys can catch her on 101.5 FM. And you guys better tap in so you guys can see what
Tap
song
in.
the exquisite man of passion, Fred, the song that he dedicated, man. I hope you leave a voice message, Fred. I do, dog. I do, man. And see what song I dedicated.
I'll do my Barry White voice, like
Ah,
Barry.
I love Barry White. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Barry White voice. What the heck?
Happy Friday the 13th and happy Valentine's Day to all you guys that are gonna be out there running around trying to find what to get her. Just spend time with her, I guess. But all right. Yes.
Nice.
I'll see you guys. We'll see each other in 2 weeks. You guys have a buenas noches.
All right.